Have you ever wondered why? Seiya of Pegasus, a simple mortal from an orphanage in Japan, is able to perform miracles that make even the most powerful gods of the Greek pantheon tremble with fear. How can a human raise his cosmos to a level that surpasses deities who have existed since the mythological era? Today we're going to explore one of the most explosive and intriguing theories in the universe of Saint Seiya. Hello, knights and amazons. Welcome to the channel. I've always wanted to know. I'm Wes. Today we're going to talk about the real possibility that Seiya is not just a determined hero from the mythological era, but actually the direct reincarnation of none other than Zeus, the god of gods. Did you already know about this theory? Leave a comment so I can know. Subscribe to the channel, enable notifications, and let's start this awesome video. In today's video, we're going to understand how a dark manipulation behind the scenes of Olympus is using the other gods as pieces on a chessboard to eliminate the threat that Seiya represents, without them knowing the truth. And to start understanding this theory, we need to look at the current scenario of the universe created by Masami Kurumada in Saint Seiya. We have the constant presence of Athena, Poseidon, and Hades. We know that these gods reincarnate periodically on Earth. Athena is the goddess of wisdom and strategic extraterrestrial warfare. She is born in human form at the feet of her statue in the sanctuary every 200 and a few years. Saori Kido is the current personification of this deity. She was saved as a baby by Aiolos of Sagittarius, the gold saint who sacrificed his life to protect her from the betrayal of Saga of Gemini. The god Hades, in turn, chooses the human with the purest heart on Earth to inhabit, as we saw with Shun of Andromeda in the Hades saga. The god Poseidon uses the body of the Sol family lineage. But what about Zeus? Where is the sovereign of Olympus? In the official chronology, Zeus has been missing since the mythological era. He simply left the command of Earth to Athena and disappeared. The theory suggests that Zeus, observing the corruption of the gods and the suffering of humanity, decided to do the same as his favorite daughter. He abdicated his absolute divine form to reincarnate as a mortal. He wanted to experience firsthand what it is like to fight for justice without the privilege of immortality, and he chose the constellation that would always be by Athena's side from those ancient times, which is the constellation of Pegasus. As we know, Seiya was born in Japan, an orphan who was sent to the sanctuary in Greece by Mitsumasa Kito to earn the Pegasus bronze armor. For 6 years, he was trained by Marin of Eagle, a mysterious silver saint who taught him the essence of the cosmos, the ability to destroy atoms through inner energy. Seiya was not the strongest, nor the most skilled, but he possessed something that no other knight had, a divine resilience. Think about it, in the Battle of the 12 Houses, Seiya faced gold saints like Aldebaran of Taurus, Aeolia of Leo, and Saga of Gemini himself. These warriors have mastered the seventh sense, the essence of the cosmos, which allows them to move at the speed of light. Seiya, a bronze saint, not only reached this level, but also wounded gods. In the realm of Poseidon, he wore the Sagittarius gold cloth and challenged the Emperor of the Seas. In the Elysian fields, he awakened the divine cloth, the level of power that is only reached when a saint's cosmos reaches infinity and is bathed in the blood of a god. The standard explanation is that Pegasus has always wounded the gods since the mythological era. But why only Pegasus? The theory claims that this ability doesn't come from the armor or destiny, but from the dormant soul of Zeus inside Seiya's body. Seiya's cosmos is able to reach the Great Will, or the ninth sense, the supreme energy that gave birth to the universe, but which is locked beneath layers of humanity. And with that, a question arises. If Seiya is Zeus, why do the other gods, like Artemis or Apollo, seen in the Heaven Chapter Prologue movie and parts of the Next Dimension saga, want so badly to kill him? The answer is simple. They are being manipulated, and the one who would have the power and cunning to deceive them would be Kronos, the god of time, the father of Zeus, who was overthrown by him in the Titanomachy. Kronos holds a grudge that has lasted for millennia. In the mythology of Saint Seiya, Kronos was sealed away, but his influence over time and destiny remains. He knows that if Zeus fully awakens in Seiya's body, the reign of the gods could change drastically, and Kronos' chance to become the supreme king of the gods is completely destroyed. Kronos is whispering lies into the ears of gods like Apollo and Artemis, convincing them that Seiya is an anomaly, a god killer who must be eradicated to maintain celestial order. He doesn't reveal that Seiya is Zeus, because if the gods knew they were attacking their own sovereign father, fear and confusion would paralyze Olympus. Kronos wants Zeus's own children to destroy his mortal reincarnation, ensuring that Zeus's soul is dissipated forever, allowing the Titan to reclaim his throne over time. And now, let's analyze the facts that support this divine connection. In the sanctuary, there's a place called Star Hill, accessible only by the Grand Master, and it is there that the fate of the stars is read. Rumors say that the former Grand Master, Shandiaris, saw something in the stars that left him terrified before he was killed by Saga. He is said to have seen the return of Zeus, but not as a god descending from the heavens, rather as a falling star landing in Japan. In addition, we have the figure of Mitsumasa Kido. Was he just a wealthy businessman, or was he a messenger? Maybe a temporary avatar of some divine consciousness who knew exactly who those 100 children he sent for training were. Seiya was his favorite son, the one who carried the greatest burden. And another crucial point is the relationship between Athena and Seiya. Seiya's loyalty to Sari goes beyond that of a knight and his goddess. It's an instinctive protection. If Seiya is Zeus, he is protecting his daughter in the human world, while she protects him with her shield and her justice. It's a divine symbiosis that the other gods can't understand. Now, imagine that in the new Saint Seiya saga, maybe in a direct continuation, this truth comes to light. What would the consequences be? The impact would be an earthquake throughout the entire structure of the universe. Gods like Apollo, who see humans as worms, would be forced to kneel before a human. The humiliation of knowing that the worm they tried to crush was actually their king would change the politics of Olympus forever. But how would Saori react upon learning that her most loyal protector is her father? That would create an ethical dilemma. Would she continue allowing him to sacrifice himself for her? Or would she have to take a subordinate stance that goes against her current mission to protect the Earth independently? With the secret revealed, Kronos would have to come out of the shadows and face the wrath of a Zeus, who now, aware of his nature, combines the infinite power of a god with the unwavering determination of a knight who never gives up. Shiryu the dragon and Oga the swan, Shun the Andromeda, and Ikki the phoenix have always fought alongside Seiya. They are the legendary bronze knights who have reached the level of the gods. If their leader is Zeus, what does that say about them? Could they be the new heralds of Olympus, destined to replace the old and corrupt gods? It's interesting to note that Seiya's main attack is the Pegasus Meteor Fist, the Pegasus Ryoseiken. In the science of Saint Seiya, he throws hundreds of punches per second, which appear as trails of light. At the highest level, these meteors become arrows of pure energy. What is Zeus's lightning bolt, if not the purest and most devastating form of electrical and kinetic energy? Many times when Seiya is about to be defeated, a golden and bluish glow emanates from his body. It's not just Athena's cosmos helping him. It's the momentary awakening of a consciousness that ruled the heavens for ages. Seiya is not afraid of gods because deep in his soul, he is superior to all of them. He is not challenging the natural order, he is claiming it. Hades, during the final battle in the Elysium, mentioned that the man who wounded him in the mythological era had the same face as Seiya. He thought it was just the reincarnation of the ancient Pegasus Knight, but the Pegasus Knight from the mythological era was Zeus, testing his first human form. That would explain why that warrior was the only one capable of breaking through the defenses of the Emperor of the Underworld. This theory turns Saint Seiya from a story about human overcoming into an epic about a god's search for his own humanity. Seiya, being the reincarnation of Zeus, justifies every plot hole where he survives mortal wounds. It justifies why the Sagittarius armor, which represents the centaur archer, son of Kronos and brother of Zeus in mythology, always flies to protect him. In critical moments, we are witnessing a master manipulation by Kronos, who turned love and justice into a divine civil war. Seiya is the central piece in a game he doesn't even know he's playing. But when Pegasus finally spreads his wings and thunder echoes through the sanctuary, not even the gods of Olympus will be safe. So, what do you think about that possibility? Have you ever thought about this theory that the supreme god who disappeared in reality was always the Pegasus Knight? Is Seiya the hero who became a god, or a god who chose to be a hero? Leave your opinions in the comments so I can know. And of course, thank you for watching this video until the end, and see you next time. Burn your cosmos to infinity.